Good afternoon, Gwen.
Hi, Annie.
Long time no see.
I know, it's been a good month, hasn't it? I think it was full moon we did last time.
Yes, yeah, but January just catapulted us along, and
Absolutely.
delighted to be speaking to you from a new space. Uh,
Yes.
I'm looking over the garden. The sun's shining, it's bright. The birds are out. Oh, so really happy to be back in the stride.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I'm so glad you settled in.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
are you doing?
I'm fine. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of sorting out this month.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
But it's been brilliant. Been brilliant. And as I say, we've got the full moon energy at the moment, and um, I'm loving it. I've had my crystals outside last night. No, no, night before last.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh yes, she was beautiful last night, wasn't she?
Oh
Went
yeah.
out at full moon point at 6:30, and oh, she was. It was a bit cloudy here, but she was still radiating. It was
Oh,
wonderful.
you can feel the energy,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There's
So
nothing more that my crystals like than a moon bathe.
I'm with them on that. So it's your turn, I think, this time.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
So do you want
Um,
to?
I shall kick off. Um, I'm using some different cards this time. It's
Oh,
through the art and
so,
soul. Yes.
yeah,
Cheryl Yambrough Rose. They're really beautiful cards. I've only recently acquired them. It was a wonderful Christmas present. But I've been using them quite a lot this month as my daily card, and I really do resonate with them. Okay. I have also brought my C cards with me, but we'll see whether they come out. Okay. Right, let's start. Ooh, very nice.
give us some good ones. We need a bit of a boost.
We
Get
we
sprung in the
do.
air.
Okay, let me just get these in the order I feel they should. Okay, right. So the first one we have is a beautiful Egyptian card.
Nice.
And I just feel there's a lot of feminine energy in that. And it's card number 26. And it's about it's full moon energy. It's about engaging in your life, you know. And the full moon energy this time in Leo is all about your authentic self, being your authentic self, being in the moment. And I think this card certainly, I mean, I think the lady at the front is giving a lot of healing. You see this lady here. So she's sort of pushing the energy towards the person. And again, there's it's all to do with feminine energy. So from the heart and speaking from the heart, and making sure that what comes from the heart is good for you and for others. So it's your inner love and your outer love as well, and making sure it is all unconditional. And remembering your ancestors as well. Sorry, Annie.
I was just going to say, is it called Return from the Underworld?
It is.
Because that represents spring, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Right.
We've gone through Imbolc on the 1st of February, which is the season of the maiden. And you're going to start seeing all those flowers sort of blooming now, because we're coming out of the cold winter.
Yeah.
And I do feel that that's the energy that this full moon has definitely brought forward, is about the reharvesting. Start, you know, you've run out of food, start reaping your pleasures and your abundance. So yes, yeah. We've also got this card here.
Right.
Okay, so this is the card of it's called Climbing the Spiral Ladder. But I feel that, you know, you're climbing. There's a wisdom. There's the owl there, so that's the wisdom that's coming through. And they're literally trying to climb to the top of the ladder. But I think it's saying one step at a time.
Ah, right. Yeah.
one step at a time. And I think last time I read there was that about don't try rushing forward. You know, step one, think, react, action. Step two, think, react, action. And I think that's it. And it's using your wisdom to carry you forward as well. What I get from this is there's a lovely blue energy there. So maybe it's a lot about the communication and how you're communicating with others, and that you're doing it one step at a time, but you're doing it with thought, with clarity, and with honesty. That's just come through. Lovely. Oh, I love this card. This keeps coming out for me. So this is beautiful. Yeah. This is absolutely beautiful. And you're cherished and protected. And I think, again, you know, where you've got the Mother Earth there above you, and, you know, and again, the pinks and the purples that's in there, very, very spiritual colors. And I do think it's about your inner self again. And look at this lovely light that's around her sacral chakra. So again, shine the light. And it's about the emotions as well, I feel. There's a lot of emotion here, where you're looking at all angles that are affecting you and your emotions, and making sure that inner love for yourself comes out and is communicated. And Mother Earth, sorry.
She's going to say she's got such a peaceful face.
Absolutely. And it is about inner self. Yeah. And there's something quite angelic about it, isn't it? And I know, you know, she has got the wings, but I think, you know, that's what's wrapping the earth is her aura. You know, it's her love for herself. It's got to be, you know, it's got to be embraced, and it's joining together at the top. So it's embracing yourself, embracing Mother Earth, with that inward journey on yourself. And wonderful. We've then got this lovely maiden. I can call her the maiden. And she's holding, again, another blue card. We've got blues and pinks this time. Another blue card. And there she is. She's holding it's a weaving loom, you know, the old spinning wheel looms. And I think, you know, this card does say weave your own destiny, and is about above her is sort of the astrological, and there's lots of planets and stars around her. So I think it is looking to the universe, asking the universe for what you desire. The abundance will come in, but it's about weaving it yourself, but weaving in the spirit of the universe, the energy of the universe, not spirit, the energy of the universe, and weaving that and entwining that within yourself, and truly believe that the universe will provide it for you. So weave your own destiny.
Saturn's very prominent on that card.
It is, yeah.
We're in kind of an interesting Saturn-Uranus astrology at the moment, but Saturn's always the one who helps us with the discipline or the sort of structure in life. So if you think about sort of that analogy, that you're weaving in, we're now in a time when we can weave in the structure, we can start to structure things differently. Yeah, it's a really lovely card.
It is. And again, as you were talking there, what came to me was the wisdom that came up earlier. And it is about weaving, you know, everybody has that inner wisdom, that inner spirit, that is so knowledgeable from past life experiences. And I think that's the thing that's going to be all woven in to take yourself forward, because it is your own destiny. Only you can, you know, portray your own destiny. And I think you're absolutely right. You know, the planets at the moment. I mean, thankfully we've gone out of what was happening sort of late last year, where, you know, there was lots of retrogrades. There was lots of things clashing. Okay, Leo with this full moon, with it being in Aquarius as well. That can be a bit shaky. That can be a bit shaky. But I think, you know, it is about don't wobble. Don't wobble. You can weave your own destiny, as that card just says.
Yeah.
And then we have oh, lovely. So here we have
Oh, the harp.
the harp.
That's me and my Celtic roots satisfied.
The tree of life as well with him, you know, and I think, you know, it just shows that this time of the year, you know, that Mother Earth is opening up again, and we will start seeing the you know, the burdens of her fruit over the next few months, you know, right through to April time. And this card is about purifying your surroundings. So maybe it is time to sort of, you know, we've been saying it's sorting time, you know, we've clear out the old, bring in the new, and
Yeah.
yeah, beautiful ancient temple in the background here. And again, I think it goes back to, you know, go back to your roots. All the answers for you to move forward, you know, from past life experience, the universe will let you know. And oh, I've just got something. What's the play the music and go on? What's that? Oh, it's okay. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. But just then, when I looked at the lady with the harp, yeah, that's saying about play the music and play. Let the music play on. Let the music play on. There we
Yeah,
go.
let the music play on, play on.
And I think, you know, seeing her with her harp, it is about, you know, we know our own tune, and we've just got to sing it out loud. We've got to play it for others to hear. And again, it's another blue card representing, you know, that communication. My final card, Annie. Oh, absolutely. There we go. Trust your guides. I always think that's what I've got there.
Yeah.
And again, we've got the maiden energy, we've got the wolf energy, and we've just had a wolf full moon, and now we've got the snow full moon. So again, and that card states retreat into nature and find your solitude.
Yeah.
You know, so again, it is the season to start going out there and watching. I mean, this time of the year, I just love it when I'm driving in my car and you just see the little buds of the crocuses coming up, you know, by the side of the road. And I've even seen daffodils already. And lots of plants in my garden I've got their buds on them now, you know, and everything's going to blossom. And I really feel that's the energy, you know. Look after yourself, because Mother Nature is there to look after you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So,
Lovely.
yeah, I think that's sort of the message is it's about the maiden this time of the year. So that's yourself springing into action, but remembering, you know, that inner love as well, that inner spirit that can boost you forward from past experiences. Yeah.
Okay, well, I've got my Priestess of Light pack today. Also got the tree wisdom cards that I love to use from time to time. So I'm just going to see what pops out with these. I kind of wanted a little bit of a, I'm doing it in threes apparently. Doing it in threes. Particularly as we have we've reached that point in the year when we start to open up again. We've had that withdrawing into ourselves for the winter. Bridget's relit the hearth, the fire. We're ready to move with our passions and grab whatever's necessary for our journey. So but one of the things I love about the trees is, and I suppose it comes back to that Saturn structure, they are our breath of life.
Absolutely. Without them,
without them, exactly. So and yet they're so sturdy, but they are so flexible. And for me, when you talk about, you know, the inner work, part of that inner work is getting ourselves to feel sturdy, grounded, rooted, but also flexible enough to sort of waft with the wind of change. So let's have a look at oh right. Here we go. What we've already talked about. This is calming the waters. She, like this woman in the last picture, has got her antlers on. She's got the full moon behind her. She's got her hands out, and she's just transmitting that healing light. And what she's doing is she's helping us. It's time for us to be still. The card's words are peaceful self-regulation. So in other words, be still, be aware that the emotions rise and fall, because that's full moon, but also that we don't have to be at the mercy of our emotions. I've been picking up that February, as you know, I do cards out with this, and I've been picking up that February may be a time of potentially the victim energy flowing around the world, the victim mentality. If we buy into the fear and we buy into the lack, and we let ourselves be wobbled, and we don't feel rooted, and that we can breathe okay, then we get into this huge kind of emotional turmoil that pushes us into actions and behaviors that come from, I am the victim here. Exactly. The world is doing things to me and I'm the victim. And what this lovely priestess is saying, steady. I can't think of anything more steady than a stag. You know, when you see them protecting their herd, when you see them watchful and, you know, not reacting until that very last moment, and then instinctively taking the right action. So that's what we're aiming for, I feel, very much like your cards, that peaceful self-regulation over this next few weeks. Oh, now I've got the I love these cards. This is the Copper Beach. The Copper Beach represents worry. Okay. It's just, that face is so cute. So there's a worry face and then there's a smiley face. And what we've got to do during this next few weeks is to balance the excessive negative thoughts. Now, we may not be the ones having the negative thoughts. It may be others who are holding that negative frame of mind. And we can kind of join them in it, or we can step back and go, no, don't want to do that. This is how I'm going to approach it. And I love the Copper Beach. I love that it's so vibrant, and yet takes quite a while to grow. Time. You need time with a Copper Beach. You need kind of patience to see it in its full glory. Are you with me? And this card, this Copper Beach card, is reminding us to help ourselves. What can we do to keep ourselves in the positive zone, or in the balance point? If we can't get fully positive, how can we be in the balance point? I have a technique I call Count Your Blessings, and I try every day to find some things to go, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. And even the irritation, even the fact that they delivered my washing machine at 8:30 this morning and I wasn't up. But actually I just thought, oh well, you've got up early, you know. And so it's that kind of, well, the washing's on the line, it's out there, you know. It's just meant that I've got, because it's so beautifully sunny, okay, it's not going to dry perfectly because it's not a warmish, terribly warm day, but it's getting aired. So it just made me think, right, I can get the washer on. So this is the kind of thing the Copper Beach can help us with, as just as an example, just keep us in that lovely happy zone. Okay, the second card that I've got is called Sacred Purpose.
Oh, right.
Now, you mentioned the ancestors and the Egyptian card, and there she is with her eternal flame on her hand, reminding herself that we are eternal beings and that our ancestry left us a legacy. I think as human beings, we don't often think about legacy. And yet, if we didn't plant last year and work the soil and harvest, we would have nothing to plant this year.
Exactly.
So I feel like the next 2 or 3 weeks, the focus has got to be what have I been left? What have I been gifted that I can plant now and I can grow more? And very much deciding what you want to grow more of. Is it more happiness? Is it more peace? Is it more excitement? Is it more adventure? What do I want to grow? I feel like, and it's lovely in the waning, because we'll tip into the waning moon shortly, and it's lovely in a waning moon just to go, right, let's get rid of all the chaff, let's get rid of all the bits we don't need. What's actually there as my legacy to myself for me to use for this year? So absolutely beautiful goddess, reminding us we've got an eternal life, that this is just a dress we're wearing or an outfit we're wearing, and what's the legacy we can build on. So I feel like very positive times for us over the next few weeks. It's a very short month and we often fly through it without focus, but I think for me the focus, what am I going to get out of my grain store and what am I going to plant?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which worked best, which didn't. Now, here we have the giant redwood.
Oh, wow.
And he's there just saying tolerance. I love that he's got a green heart here in the bottom. And he's just sort of going, ho, ho, hum, humans. Because, you know, the trees, we have trees that are hundreds, thousands of years old. You know, we've got these magnificent beings who've watched us flick in and out and
allowed us to survive as well.
Absolutely. And they're just kind of, oh, they're here again. And that just sense of take it easy on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, each ring has built this tree. Each season has built this tree. This tree isn't worried about a season that was dry or a season that was wet or a thunder and lightning season. This tree has endured and can tolerate dramatic changes and still be there doing what it's meant to do.
Well, when you think how old those giant redwoods are.
Yeah. So for me, I think one of the things that this lovely, his expression is just perfect. What I feel like he's bringing is this idea of let it be.
Yes.
You know, okay, so there might be worries zooming around, but let it be.
Yeah.
Remember there's a bigger picture. Remember there's a whole other stuff going on that you don't know anything about, that you keep yourself grounded, keep yourself kind to yourself. Yeah. We've got well, again, it's that eternal,
Yeah.
just kind, because, you know, does it really matter in the greater scheme of things? And I find myself asking that many times a day. Does it really matter in the greater scheme of things? Now, obviously we're human and we react, but if we could take some of that beautiful tree energy and just go, breathe, let it be, because in 5 minutes time, in 5 months time, in 5 years time, will it matter? And usually the answer is no, it won't. So let's see what else there is. Right. Telepathy.
Oh, I love that card.
transmission, perception, and communication.
Yeah.
Again, there's these beautiful lights. There's a gorgeous wolf. She's wearing a fabulous light headdress.
She's got the stag antlers again.
Yeah, she's tuned in. And I have a feeling that the biggest guidance they want to give us for the next few weeks is to tune in. Tune in not just to yourself, but tune into the energy that's going on. Tune into others and respond from a place of compassion, because there's a lot of fear and worry about.
Yeah.
We can all use our intuition. We can all share. We transmit our energy anyway, and we can pick up other people's energy. And what it's about is trying to keep that communication as clear and pure as possible about that energy. Recognizing it may not feel like the right energy, but where's it coming from?
Yeah.
And not hooking into answering back in the same way, or even speaking your stuff in a way that, again, I'm back to don't play the victim. Just represent yourself in the world as you are. Remember, you can take action. You're the one responsible for planting your beautiful seeds. Plant them.
Yes.
Just go on with it. You know, whatever anybody else is doing, just keep, you know, seeds. That's all that matters. And oh, and I love this one. This card is called Resilience. It's the cedar tree, and there we are, the lovely tree, kind of going, oh well, big smile, whatever.
And a beautiful wood as well is cedar.
Yeah, and I think the cedars, I mean, you and I both love cedar anyway, don't we? And it's beautiful as an essential oil and everything. But what the cedar does is help us, especially if we're going through change and difficulty, and if we're having to explore old patterns of doing things. That resilience is what keeps you going forward. And I do remember, not this Sunday, but the Sunday before, you had to help me with my resilience. You had to kind of remind me I was resilient.
You can do it.
Yeah, I'd hit that flat bits, and you were able to pull me through and remind me. Well, the cedar is a beautiful tree for reminding you you've got it. You can do it. Whatever you want to achieve, it's there for you. Yes, it might mean digging deep, and yes, you might surprise yourself at how much resilience you've got, but it's all there, that lovely energy to really move you forward. And that we go through these cycles, and we have to keep remembering that for every bottom we touch, there's a sky that we touch. For every time we get in the bottom of a pit, there's a beautiful sky waiting for us to go up and touch it.
As above, so below.
Yeah, absolutely. As below, so above. That's what we're focused on. So this next few weeks is about just reminding yourself, whatever's going on, you can do it. You are capable. You are the person most in charge of your life. No one else is, only you. And find a friend, a good friend who's willing to say, come on, come on, cheering on. Yeah, because that certainly was something that helped me, Gwen, pull through. And we got there in the end. You know, I did what I'd set myself that I needed, felt I wanted to do, and it got done. So lovely cards. Interesting that they kind of mesh together, as always. Love that they do.
And I think one of the big things is, you know, if in doubt, ask the universe. You know, the universe will provide.
Yeah.
And it's that faith in the universe that they will provide as well. Because sometimes, you know, you as humans, we get into that place thinking, oh my God, I don't know how to get out of this. Just ask the universe.
Yeah.
They will tell you. Yeah. They'll give you your inner spirit, that spark that's needed, and they push you forward as well. Yeah.
It's fabulous. So it's going to be a good 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes. Yeah, I think the Earth's wobbling at the minute, isn't it? Because a few earthquakes. We've got this one in Turkey that's just happened. Yeah. So again, that's that full moon energy, as I was saying earlier, about you you know, things are a bit shaky at the minute, and the earth is shaking too. But as you say, just push yourself forward, and it'll, you know. And I think with the new seasons coming, because we're halfway between sort of winter and spring, but we will survive. I've got now.
Well, this is it, isn't it? You know, human beings are resilient.
Yeah.
You know, our legacy is in each other, because
Yeah.
everybody's going to die. In whatever circumstances, everybody's going to die. It's what's left, what seeds get planted, and the legacy for others to pick up and run with.
Yeah.
And even though the earth is going through her changes and has to deal with releasing stuck and old energy by way of physical means, just like we do, it whatever is lost, there is a legacy that's gained.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
the resilience of human beings means, you know, unless we choose to wipe ourselves out, the planet will never wipe us out. We're made for the planet, and you know, we've got that strength to see past the fear. And where earthquakes and fires and volcanoes and disasters happen, what you do see is human resilience.
Absolutely, Annie.
See that over and over, people using that beautiful kind of example of the cedar to grow. It always just amazes me. One of the blessings I count is when I see little flowers and they're growing up through the concrete, or they've got in a crack somewhere, and I don't want to take them out because they're surviving, they're resilient, they're blossoming. Feel like that. Human beings are weeds. We get everywhere. Oh, so brilliant. It's been so lovely to talk to you. So great to do the cards. I've missed them this month in, well, January. So it's lovely to be back on track, and to be able, we'll be doing the new moon in a fortnight, won't we? So
we will.
So have a lovely afternoon, Gwen.
Yes, and you, Annie, and I'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye. Bye.